Nothing is impossible. The word itself says impossible. I can't give you a surefire formula for success, but I can give you a formula for failure. Try to please everybody all the time. Do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you will be criticized anyway. Happiness is not something ready-made, it comes from your own actions. Peace begins with a smile. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. Friendship is unnecessary. Like philosophy, like art, it has no survival value. Rather, it is one of those things which give value to survival. Whatever you are, be a good one. It is impossible to escape the impression that people commonly use false standards of measurement, that they seek power, success, and wealth for themselves and admire them in others, and that they underestimate what is of true value in life. People rarely succeed unless they have fun in what they are doing. Fortune sides with him who dares. Possessions, outward success, publicity, luxury. To me, these have always been contemptible. I believe that a simple and unassuming manner of life is best for everyone, best for both the body and the mind. To be independent of public opinion is the first formal condition of achieving anything great. I want to do it because I want to do it. Women must try to do things as men have tried. When they fail, their failure must be but a challenge to others. You must expect great things of yourself before you can do them. When I despair, I remember that all through history the way of the truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time they can seem invincible. But in the end, they always fall. Think of it, always. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. When one door of happiness closes, another opens, but often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us. And when you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you to achieve it. What you're supposed to do when you don't like a thing is change it. If you can't change it, change the way you think about it. Don't complain. It's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. I've come to believe that each of us has a personal calling that's as unique as a fingerprint, and that the best way to succeed is to discover what you love and then find a way to offer it to others in the form of a service, working hard and also allowing the energy of the universe to lead you. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any one thing. Never was anything great achieved without danger. The 3 great essentials to achieve anything worthwhile are: first, hard work; second, stick-to-itiveness; third, common sense. Rich people have small TVs and big libraries, and poor people have small libraries and big TVs. Success does not consist in never making mistakes, but in never making the same one a second time. You're not obligated to win, you're obligated to keep trying, to the best you can every day. To each there comes in their lifetime a special moment when they are figuratively tapped on the shoulder and offered the chance to do a very special thing, unique to them and fitted to their talents. What a tragedy if that moment finds them unprepared or unqualified for that which could have been their finest hour. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. Winners are not afraid of losing, but losers are. Failure is part of the process of success. People who avoid failure also avoid success. If I cannot do great things, I can do small things in a great way. I have learned that success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life, as by the obstacles which he has overcome while trying to succeed. He's not perfect, you aren't either, and the two of you will never be perfect. But if he can make you laugh at least once, causes you to think twice, and if he admits to being human and making mistakes, hold on to him and give him the most you can. He isn't going to quote poetry, he isn't going to be thinking about you every moment, but he will give you a part of him that he knows you could break. Don't hurt him, don't change him, and don't expect for more than he can give. Don't analyze, smile when he makes you happy, yell when he makes you mad, and miss him when he's not there. Love hard when there is love to be had, because perfect guys don't exist, but there's always one guy that is perfect for you. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes, you can steer yourself any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the one who will decide where to go. It's never too late to be what you might have been. There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you. Everything you can imagine is real. To the well-organized mind, death is but the next great adventure. The good news is that the moment you decide that what you know is more important than what you have been taught to believe, you will have shifted gears in your quest for abundance. Success comes from within, not from without. Keep your friends for friendship, but work with the skilled and competent. %80 of success is showing up. Success is a state of mind. If you want success, start thinking of yourself as a success. If you care about what you do and work hard at it, there isn't anything you can't do if you want to. It had long since come to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to things. A thinker sees his own actions as experiments and questions, as attempts to find out something. Success and failure are for him answers above all. A man is a success if he gets up in the morning and gets to bed at night, and in between he does what he wants to do. Success is most often achieved by those who don't know that failure is inevitable. Only those who dare to fail greatly can ever achieve greatly. Kites rise highest against the wind, not with it. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. When you show yourself to the world and display your talents, you naturally stir all kinds of resentment, envy, and other manifestations of insecurity. You cannot spend your life worrying about the petty feelings of others. Supreme excellence consists of breaking the enemy's resistance without fighting. We are all failures. At least the best of us are. Judge your success by what you had to give up in order to get it. The difference between a successful person and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, but rather a lack in will. Imperfection is beauty, madness is genius, and it's better to be absolutely ridiculous than absolutely boring. There are only two ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. We are all in the gutter, but some of us are looking at the stars. Fairy tales are more than true, not because they tell us that dragons exist, but because they tell us that dragons can be beaten. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift of God, which is why we call it the present. I have not failed, I have found 10,000 ways that won't work. I am enough of an artist to draw freely upon my imagination. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Be yourself, everyone else is already taken. The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing. Sometimes it takes a good fall to really know where you stand. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. All you need in this life is ignorance and confidence, then success is sure. It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed. You've got to dance like there's nobody watching, love like you'll never be hurt, sing like there's nobody listening, and live like it's heaven on earth. Be the change that you wish to see in the world. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate, only love can do that. Without music, life would be a mistake. We accept the love we think we deserve. The secret of happiness, you see, is not found in seeking more, but in developing the capacity to enjoy less. Have no fear of perfection. You'll never reach it. Success is stumbling from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. The worst part of success is trying to find someone who is happy for you. Anyone whose goal is something higher must expect someday to suffer vertigo What is vertigo? Fear of falling? No, vertigo is something other than fear of falling. It is the voice of the emptiness below which tempts and lures us. It is the desire to fail, against which, terrified, we defend ourselves. Don't spend time beating on a wall hoping to transform it into a door. I'm a success today because I had a friend who believed in me and I didn't have the heart to let him down. Life contains two tragedies. One is not to get your heart's desire, the other is to get it. All human actions have one or more of these 7 causes: chance, nature, compulsion, habit, reason, passion, and desire. Envy is the ulcer of the soul. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. It is not always the same thing to be a good man and a good citizen. As is a tale, so is life. Not how long it is, but how good it is what matters. The more you know you don't know. The measure of a man is what he does with his power. You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire. The energy of the mind is the essence of life. Ignorance, the root and stem of every evil. From the deepest desires often come the deadliest hate. It is during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. Be nicer than necessary to everyone you meet. Everyone is fighting some kind of battle. He who cannot be a good follower cannot be a good leader. If women are expected to do the same work as men, we must teach them the same things. If you want to be a good saddler, saddle the worst horse, for if you can tame one, you can tame all. Without friends, no one would want to live, even if he had all other goods. My friend, care for your psyche, know thyself, for once we know ourselves, we may learn how to care for ourselves. I'm trying to think. Don't confuse me with facts. The beginning of wisdom is the definition of terms. Only time can heal what reason cannot. There is truth in wine and children. One should never do wrong in return, nor mistreat any man, no matter how one has been mistreated by him. Human behavior flows from three main sources: desire, emotion, and knowledge. The really important thing is not to live, but to live well. And to live well meant, along with more enjoyable things in life, to live according to your principles. Ignorance is the cause of fear. The easiest and noblest way is not to be crushing others, but to be improving yourselves. The madness of love is the greatest of heaven's blessings. Putting things off is the biggest waste of life. It snatches away each day as it comes and denies us the present by promising the future. The greatest obstacle to living is expectancy, which hangs upon tomorrow and loses today. You are arranging what lies in fortune's control and abandoning what lies in yours. What are you looking at? To what goal are you straining? The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. Education is teaching our children to desire the right things. He is richest who is content with the least, for content is the wealth of nature. There are three classes of men: lovers of wisdom, lovers of honour, and lovers of gain. Courage is knowing what not to fear. There is no easy way from the earth to the stars. Most powerful is he who has himself in his own power. Difficulty strengthens the mind as labour does the body. The greatest way to live with honour in this world is to be what we pretend to be. Life is like a play. It is not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. I know that I am intelligent, because I know that I know nothing. True wisdom comes to each of us when we realize how little we understand about life, ourselves, and the world around us. Hang on to your youthful enthusiasms. You'll be able to use them better when you're older. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favourable. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. It is not that we have so little time, but that we lose so much. The life we receive is not short, but we make it so. We are not ill provided, but we use what we have wastefully. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. He who is brave is free. What need is there to weep over parts of life? The whole of it calls for tears. If you really want to escape the things that harass you, what you're needing is not to be in a different place, but to be a different person. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. No man was ever wise by chance. Whatever happens to you has been waiting to happen since the beginning of time. Until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them not because we needed them, but because we had them. To live happily is an inward power of the soul. They lose the day in the expectation of the night, and the night in fear of the dawn. Never discourage anyone who continually makes progress, no matter how slow. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Associate with people who are likely to improve you. you can commit injustice by doing nothing. I am the wisest man alive, for I know one thing, and that is, I know nothing. Wealth is the slave of a wise man, the master of a fool. Love is a serious mental disease. One of the penalties of refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. As long as you live, keep learning how to live. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. Good people do not need laws to tell them how to act responsibly, while bad people will find a way around the laws. I shall never be ashamed of citing a bad author if the line is good. People are frugal in guarding their personal property, but as soon as it comes to squandering time, they are most wasteful of the one thing in which it is right to be stingy. The sun also shines on the wicked. Fate leads the willing and drags along the reluctant. A sword never kills anybody, it is a tool in the killer's hand. Leisure without books is death, and burial of a man alive. Whoever does not regard what he has as most ample wealth is unhappy, though he be master of the world. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. No man is free who is not master of himself. Often a very old man has no other proof of his long life than his age. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. We learn not in school, but in life. A gift consists not in what is done or given, but in the intention of the giver or doer. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a harder battle. When your thoughts, words and deeds form a seamless fabric, you streamline your efforts and thus eliminate worry and dread. Every heart sings a song, incomplete until another heart whispers back. Those who wish to sing always find a song. At the touch of a lover, everyone becomes a poet. It's time to stop being vague. If you wish to be an extraordinary person, if you wish to be wise, then you should explicitly identify the kind of person you aspire to become. Wise men speak because they have something to say. Fools because they have to say something. We can easily forgive a child who is afraid of the dark. The real tragedy of life is when men are afraid of the light. A flourishing life cannot be achieved until we moderate our desires and see how superficial and fleeting they are. Only the dead have seen the end of war. The price good men pay for indifference to public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. Do not train a child to learn by force or harshness, but direct them to it by what amuses their minds, so that you may be better able to discover with accuracy the peculiar bent of the genius of each. The heaviest penalty for declining to rule is to be ruled by someone inferior to yourself. According to Greek mythology, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, and a head with 2 faces. Fearing their power, Zeus split them into 2 separate parts, condemning them to spend their lives in search of their other halves. Anybody can become angry, that is easy, but to be angry with the right person and to the right degree and at the right time and for the right purpose and in the right way, that is not within everybody's power and is not easy. In politics, we presume that everyone who knows how to get votes knows how to administer a city or a state. When we are ill, we do not ask for the handsomest physician or the most eloquent one. Excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives, choice not chance, determines your destiny. You should not honour men more than truth. There are two things a person should never be angry at: what they can help and what they cannot. Excellence is not a gift, but a skill that takes practice. We do not act rightly because we are excellent. In fact, we achieve excellence by acting rightly. Musical innovation is full of danger to the state, for when modes of music change, the fundamental laws of the state also change with them. You're my star, a stargazer too, and I wish that I were heaven with 1 billion eyes to look at you. Love is simply the name for the desire and pursuit of the whole. People are like dirt. They can either nourish you and help you grow as a person, or they can stunt your growth and make you wilt and die. Good actions give strength to ourselves and inspire good actions in others. The soul takes nothing with her to the next world but her education and her culture. At the beginning of the journey to the next world, one's education and culture can either provide the greatest assistance or else act as the greatest burden to the person who has just died. A hero is born among 100, a wise man is found among 1,000, but an accomplished one might not be found even among 100,000 men. I will teach children music, physics and philosophy, but most importantly music, for the patterns in music and all the arts are the keys to learning. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. It is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain a thought without accepting it. What is a friend? A single soul dwelling in two bodies. Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all. Hope is a waking dream. No great mind has ever existed without a touch of madness. Happiness depends upon ourselves. Wishing to be friends is quick work, but friendship is a slow ripening fruit. Happiness is the meaning and the purpose of life, the whole aim and end of human existence. A friend to all is a friend to none. Patience is bitter, but its fruit is sweet. Those who educate children well are more to be honoured than they who produce them, for these only gave them life, those the art of living well. To perceive is to suffer. He who has overcome his fears will truly be free. Those who know do, those that understand teach. The educated differ from the uneducated as much as the living differ from the dead. Whosoever is delighted in solitude is either a wild beast or a god. I count him braver who overcomes his desires than him who conquers his enemies, for the hardest victory is over self. Poverty is the parent of revolution and crime. The aim of art is to represent not the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. It is not enough to win a war, it is more important to organize the peace. The antidote for 50 enemies is one friend. The high-minded man must care more for the truth than for what people think. Pleasure in the job puts perfection in the work. Learning is an ornament in prosperity, a refuge in adversity, and a provision in old age. Excellence is an art won by training and habituation. We do not act rightly because we have virtue or excellence, but we rather have those because we have acted rightly. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. The unexamined life is not worth living. I cannot teach anyone anything. I can only make them think. There is only one good, knowledge, and one evil, ignorance. Sometimes you put walls up not to keep people out, but to see who cares enough to break them down. No man has the right to be an amateur in a matter of physical training. It is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. When the debate is lost, slander becomes the tool of the loser. Do not do to others what angers you if done to you by others. The hottest love has the coldest end. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all within yourself, in your way of thinking. Today I escaped anxiety. Or no, I discarded it, because it was within me, in my own perceptions, not outside. Know thyself. Let him who would move the world first move himself. Contentment is natural wealth. Luxury is artificial poverty. Employ your time in improving yourself by other men's writings, so that you shall come easily by what others have laboured hard for. The only good is knowledge, and the only evil is ignorance. Try not to become a man of success, rather become a man of value. I can't give you a surefire formula for success, but I can give you a formula for failure. Try to please everybody all the time. It is better to fail in originality than to succeed in imitation. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. And will you succeed? Yes, you will indeed. 98.75% guaranteed. Kid, you'll move mountains. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Success is getting what you want. Happiness is wanting what you get. Failure is the condiment that gives success its flavour. If it's not right, don't do it. If it's not true, don't say it. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together, but do so with all your heart. Confine yourself to the present.